to another episode of Down in the Den. It's your host, Mars, aka Marlon Beardo, the bearded weirdo, the Stella Rosa Casanova, the curator of culture. And we are back with another episode with another fantastic guest. So I'd like to start by giving a warm Down in the Den welcome to Lex Da Benefit. How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Man, it's my pleasure. It is my pleasure. I've been listening to your music. The bars are crazy. The sounds are fantastic. So I'm excited to bring you to the Den audience to really get to know you and really share some gems, drop some gems for those artists out there that are really inspiring to get into the game. So we begin every episode the same. I grew up with two things that were extremely important to me: hip hop and comic books. So one thing that I noticed in both genres, there was origin stories, something that captivated the artist or the comic book character or whatever it may be to really get into the position that they're in. So we ask you our very first question: what is your musical genesis? What is the journey that led you to pursue music?
Journey that led me to pursue music. Well, let's start with I grew up singing in the church choir. Everybody got that auntie that is a preacher somewhere who say you gonna sing on the
Indeed,
choir.
indeed. Even if you can't sing, you're gonna sing in this
Yeah, you gonna
choir.
sing. Yeah, you gonna sing. You gonna sing. So basically, I mean, I always had a love for the music. When it came from just going from that aspect, from listening to my mom's cassettes on the old school boom box to, CD players, and then going to church. But I had a cousin, and he's still with us. His name's Big Hurt. He was a rapper, so he used to walk me to school in the mornings, and he'd be rapping him and his homeboys. I'd be like, "Yeah, I can do that. I can do that." He was like, "Nah, cuz stick to singing." I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, but then my brother, he passed. R.I.P. to Super Deuce. That was really my biggest motivation outside of my cousin telling me I couldn't do it. Was my brother not getting to finish doing it. So that's really what got me into it.
That's love. That's love. Same thing. My brother, he was 10 years older than me. So I always joke that I missed the whole wheels on the bus. I was like NWA, Public Enemy, Easy at a very, very young age. Had no business listening to it, but it definitely molded me. Now, one thing I do whenever we have an artist on the show, I really like to take a crash course and listen to their music. So I've been last couple of weeks while everything has been booked. I've just really been going through your catalog and listening. And as I said before, we even started and before we launched, bars on bars on bars. Your music blends some of my favorite elements of hip hop: storytelling. You got sharp lyricism. How did you develop your unique style, and who was your major influence? Because I believe we always have a blueprint somewhere that really influences us. So who would that be for you?
I would have to say I had a lot of different influences when it came to music as far as genres and styles, though. I would have to say my main goal was to make sure I didn't sound like anybody else. Um,
Mm,
so I studied everyone else to make sure I didn't sound like them. Um, because I feel like that's really what sets you apart. It's okay to be different sometimes. Um, because when you got a whole bunch of people doing the same thing, and then I come out with the same thing, there's nothing that's going to make you listen to mine other than you like me as a person. But if you don't know me as a person, you're not going to listen.
not
So
gonna listen.
yeah. So that was really my main thing. If I had to name a few artists, I mean, everybody know Lil Wayne top tier. Just
Top
with his way of, making sure he had a plethora of words that he used. Like he didn't just keep it to the common base of words or the easy to say things. Same with Eminem. Man, those boys studied the thesaurus just to make sure that they use different words other than what would normally come to your mind. Um, I find myself to be wordy at times, but I don't. If you know how to put it into lyrics and make it still flow, I think it works. So that was my main influence. Just trying not to sound like nobody else, but those are some of the artists that I did pick from.
I love those answers, and definitely two icons in the game. If they're not on your top five, but they're definitely at least in your top 10. If you know anything about hip hop,
Hmm.
it has to be it has to be in there. Now, one thing that we really focus on this platform are helping artists navigate the industry, because it's more than just having talent. Yes, you can have talent all day. Work ethic is key, but also it's a game that has to be played. The industry can be nasty, it can be scary, it can be intimidating.
Right.
What challenges have you faced as an emerging artist, and what tips would you share to help overcome them?
Some of the biggest challenges that I face, honestly, is like you said, it's not really all about the talent. I mean, most artists that are popping around now, I don't necessarily feel like there's a talent there in reference to it. But I mean, you say anything enough, repetition and being catchy, anybody will gravitate, as long as you got a dope beat behind it. But I would say one of the biggest struggles that I've had as an artist is not just being a female artist, because female artists is a pop, they're popping right now,
Right
but
now, it's the time.
it's right, but it's only if you're doing a particular type of female artistry. Uh, with me being a part of the LGBT community, it's not many people on my level that are doing it outside of Young M.A. I mean, you might have a couple others that are kind of popping out, but for the most part, it's harder being a stud and being a female, and I'm not rapping about shaking my booty or doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. So that's probably the biggest struggle that I would say right now. Um, music is it's 90% business and 10% actual talent and artistry. So uh, I've started making myself more abreast on the business side. That way I kind of know how to maneuver and navigate. But yeah, if I had to name a struggle, that would definitely be the biggest one.
Understood, understood, and that's key. And I'm so glad that you mentioned, learning how to navigate and learning the business side. It's extremely key. And those are some of the services we offer upcoming artists. Hey, if you need somebody to read that contract, get somebody to read that contract. Learn certain words. There's so much information out there at the stroke of, if you have a phone, you have the ability to really learn and educate yourself, to protect yourself, because it's a jungle. Being a creative is definitely a jungle. Um,
Mhm.
Now, with the music, how, how has this journey in your music contributed to your personal development? Because you learn, I always say I don't call it a job. I call it a calling to be a creative, because I believe creatives make the world go round. So when you get that calling, you answer that calling, it's going to come with certain challenges. But I do believe challenges is when we grow the most. So how has this journey so far contributed to your personal development?
Uh, Personal development wise, I would have to say that it's made me be more accountable.
Mm.
Um,
Message
Accountability is,
accountability, people. Accountability.
yeah, it's made me be more accountable. It's made me work on my time management. It's a lot of different things because being a full-time mom, being a full-time employee, and being an artist all at the same time, there has to be a balance, and sometimes it may get a shaky to balance it, but I'm here to let you know it is possible. It is possible.
Absolutely.
But yeah, personal development wise, that would be how that crosses over music and my creativity and my personal life is being accountable and time management for sure.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some projects. You
Hmm.
recently had just um, dropped some heat. So let's talk about it. Let the people know about the name of the project and the best way for them to consume it, and digest it.
Okay, so my most recent body of work would be a single. I've been pushing this track called Respectfully real hard. I've been pushing Last Letter super hard, but the one that I just released is called Rocky Roads. Um if you're into more so like, if I don't know if you ever heard of Major Nine, he's an artist. But it's on a Major Nine type vibe, like a Soul Ties Major Nine type vibe. Um just more direct but indirect at the same time. Everybody's favorite is that Respectfully though. Everybody love that one. Nothing was respectful about that song. I respectfully disrespected a lot of things.
Oh, almost died there.
But
Yeah.
I meant everything that I said. And and that's why I did it. Because everybody got a lot to say about certain things, and I just kind of got tired of sitting on the back end, just letting things play out. So I wanted to address a few things respectfully. So yeah, that's what that was. As far as projects coming out now, I got the Buildings of the Benefit Part Two, which is gonna end that saga. And I also got a mixtape coming out called Blick Tapes Volume Two, where I'm opening it up to a lot of different artists. That is just going to be a sole feature project, like nothing but features. I'm reaching out to females, males, whoever want to get on. I don't care if you're Spanish, whatever. I want you on the track. That's
We
what I
got
got
some,
going.
we got some dim mates, so let us know when we get offline.
For sure.
We got plenty of artists in the community that are always willing and able to collaborate. Now, speaking of collaborations, I believe the best music is always collaborative. There's some people that debate, the ghostwriters or this or that or that, or you know. But I personally see nothing wrong. If you said somebody gets a line, oh, you should say this or you should say that. The best music comes from collaboration. What if you could collaborate with any artist right now, regardless of genre or era? Who would be that artist that would be your dream collaboration?
I got two, and that's going to either be T-Pain or Ty Dolla Signs.
Okay, all right. Hey, I'm a 2000s baby, so I love some T Pain. I rock with Ty Dolla Sign as well. I could definitely hear you with some T Pain.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely hear you with some T Pain. Shout out to Teddy Pendergrass.
Come on, he ain't playing with them no more.
I is not playing with him. Icon. I love what he's doing on the streaming. Everything else, living his best life. Living his best life. So that is awesome. That is extremely uh, awesome. Now, so you have the mixtape coming up. You drop the singles. The collaborative project coming up. Is there any performances or anything? Because uh, I feel that's when you can really get the vibe of the artist. You can get it, of course, listening to streaming the song, but that live performance element is so key in hip hop. Are there any upcoming live performances or anything this summer that we're looking to get out and get on the stage?
To be completely transparent, I have not booked any live performances as of late, just because over the summer I am doing a lot of traveling. Now, that's not to say that when I get to Georgia next week, I won't pop into, what I'm saying, when I go to Atlanta to the spot where they do the open mics and, pop in there and do something. That's not to say that we might have another trail ride down here where I'm at, and I might, but as of right now, I don't have anything that's booked on that level. I do got a video that's booked that's gonna be dropping. I like to make sure that when I do drop a piece of work, that I also have some visuals to go along with it, so that you're not just hearing it, you're also in the moment feeling it as well. So
I'm loving it. When the video drops, let us know. We want to make sure that all the den mates out there
for
get
sure.
an opportunity to view it and show that love and support. Now, I like to talk about the creative process for you because I love, like I said, the den is really just a conversation between creatives and getting behind the minds of the superstars of the today and the future. What does your typical songwriting process look like? Are there specific environments or routines that inspire your creativity? I'm always interested on the breakdown of when you're coming into creating a song.
So yeah, so there is a process with it. So say for instance, I'm riding to work, right? I don't I don't listen to the radio. I don't Sometimes I ride in complete silence. Um Riding in complete silence. I might hear somebody over here blowing the horn. So now that's gonna prompt me to go ahead and turn on some beats. I just go and start shopping for beats. I pull up, beat stars, or I got some engineers or some producers who shoot me beat packs, and I was like, you know what, I haven't listened to these yet. Let me go ahead and dive in. Um, Before I get to writing anything, I automatically play the beats. I have a melody that I gather from the beat, and then if I can freestyle to it for at least from the beginning to the end, then I know that it's something I can actually picture myself doing. But uh, for the most part, if it doesn't captivate me within that first 15, 30 seconds, I might even let it go halfway through to about a minute. Um, but if I don't feel nothing, then and next beat, next beat, next beat. Sometimes I find myself typing in like tight beats, like uh you got like Drake type beats, or you got I don't know if you know who Yavo is, Big Yavo, but I'm a fan of his type beats. It's more like thumping 808s. I'm an 808 lover. So if you got a bomb 808 in there, whew, I'm coming in. I'm coming in hot. So that's my creative process, really and truly. I ride in silence. Something around me will get to playing, or I hear noise around me and it just made me think of something. Um, I do write though. I'm not a freestyler. Let's not get that confused. I can, um, but I prefer to write. I feel like I get it all out better when I write.
Yeah, I'm old school too. I like even when I'm just making music for myself, I like to get a pad and a pen and listen to the bars, or count my bars out to get my structure
Mm-hmm.
and get it right. And I think you can hear it in the people that still write, because so many artists now just, maybe I'll come in there with 4 bars and I'll freestyle the rest, or they'll just freestyle a line until and pretty much Frankenstein the
Mm-hmm.
song, and I think you can hear it. And I appreciate artists like yourself that go in there and actually put the pen in the pad. Everybody said Biggie. I think hearing about Biggie and Wayne and Jay Z not writing made everybody think that they can do that. And I'm like, they're Biggie, Jay
Yeah.
Z, and Wayne for a reason.
Right.
That's like me watching LeBron James and saying, "Oh, I think I could go out there and dunk a basketball." No, sir, you're 5'9". Sit down. That's not for you.
Right. From
That's
half
not
court. I'm
from
five
half
court.
court.
I'm doing it
You're
from
not.
half court. Yeah.
Yeah, you watch Space Jam and now you're trying to dunk from half court. It's not gonna happen. It's not
Crazy
for
work.
you. Crazy work. Stay in your zone of genius. So I love hearing, that you still put the pen to the pad, and I can definitely
Absolutely.
hear that in your music. This has been phenomenal, getting to know you and getting to learn about your creative path and your passion and what inspired you. Please let the den mates know where they can find you on social media, and of course, any shout outs you want to give. The floor is absolutely yours.
All right. So again, the name is Lex Da Benefit. That's Lex space DABENEFIT. You can find me on every platform the same exact way. I don't change it up. I don't confuse you. It's Lex the Benefit. Lex the Benefit on Facebook, Benefit on Instagram, uh, Twitter or X, whatever they calling that now. On all platforms as far as music is concerned, it's under Lex the Benefit. Um, give a shout out to the man above for making this shake for me and allowing me this opportunity, as well as continuing to bless me every day. I want to give a shout out to y'all down in the den for showing me some love and bringing me out.
Of course.
And also, shout out my beautiful wife, my son, my cousin, RP to my brother for putting me on this path, making sure I'm doing it. And shout out to my boy Dom for sure. Dom is that man. He be making it shake for me, and I appreciate him.
Absolutely. We need those teammates. It's all about building the community and everybody having a role. That's how you win the championship ring. And shout out to the loved ones. Like I said, my brother passed away in 2015, and he is a direct reason why I do what I do. Even though it got me in trouble for saying some lyrics that I shouldn't have been saying in the third grade, I still appreciate the
Right.
education. So shout out to the loved ones that
Right.
that put us on those paths is so very important. You have all the love of the Den community here. We're going to be doing a giveaway so we can
Okay.
make sure that someone gets exposed to your art. So how we always do it, there's going to be a guess word that's going to drop on this episode. The first person to put this word in the comments on YouTube, we're going to make sure we get you something to really just kind of like a little gift basket, expose you into Lex and her artistry because she's absolutely amazing. She's dope. She's killing it. And she's giving us something different. You know, if you're someone like me that respects bars, and I love my female rappers, absolutely, but I don't want to hear about ass all day. You
All
know,
right.
an hour is good, but 24 hours of it is a bit much for me if you
Yeah.
respect actual
Giving
bars.
giving adult movie vibes at that point.
Yeah, yeah. At that point, some rehab might need to be talked about.
Yeah, Sirski.
We got some numbers for you if you need that help. It is Mental Health Month. Oh, was that last one? That was last month, but we'll get you some help.
Also, tap in with me too. I do have a clothing line coming out, benefits only. So, you
Oh
know,
snap! Oh snap! Absolutely, we love supporting the art. So is it out, or do we have a date when it'll be available?
nah. So I can send you a shirt. I just need your shirt size.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You
I
get me
got
with that offline, and then whoever get that keyword, if you want to throw something in with them, I can get them something shaking too.
Okay, we'll make that happen. Make that happen. Want to support, get that merch out there, and make sure you support true artistry at its finest. Well, once again, thank you for gracing us. This is been an amazing conversation, and
Thank you.
and and I want to have you back on. I humbly welcome you to the Den community. Want to link you
Hey,
up with some of our artists, and we have a group chat going on with ton of fantastic artists because that's what it's all about. Each one teach one, each one link one, uplift each
mm-hmm.
other. And I just want to once again thank you for joining us on Den. And guys, thank you guys for tuning in like you always do and showing us so much love, making us one of the highest globally ranked music podcasts. It humbles me every day because I'm just a little country boy that likes to talk about music. So we thank y'all for supporting us for all these years. And more fantastic artists. Let's once again thank you so much for coming on.
Thank y'all.
Uh,
Thank
we're gonna
y'all.
we're gonna link up online, get that merch exchange, get everything. We're gonna send you some down in the den merch as well, or maybe a down in the den mug available now.
Hey man, I love me
With
some
my
good coffee now.
with my mug on the mug. Ding.
There we go.
There we go. Gotta get that merch. So we'll get you something as well. But thank you so much for joining us. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna end the episode like we end every episode. It's all about peace, love, unity, and respect. Deuces. All right. And we're